The Gemara in Masechet Bava Metzia, page 59a, says that after the destruction of the Bet HaMikdash, the gates of prayer were closed, but the gates of tears remained unlocked. So comes the Rebbe Mikotsk, and he asks the question, if the gates of tears are not closed, they're unlocked, they're not completely open, but they're unlocked, meaning you want to go in, you can get in. What's the point of having the door? If anyone that wants to get in can get in, what's the point of having the door? It's a good question. Comes the Rebbe Mikotsk and gives us an answer. And the Rebbe Mikotsk, B'chokhmato Agdola, says, in his huge wisdom, says to us, sometimes that gate of tears wants to tell you that I don't want your tears. That's why I'm closed. I'm unlocked for the good tears, the ones that are really crying for legitimate reasons. She's crying because our kid is off the derech. She's crying because our husband doesn't want to learn Torah. She's crying because she wants to get higher in regards to Kedusha, in regards to Yirat Shamayim. She's crying to Hashem. He's crying to Hashem because he wants to understand the Tosfot. He wants to learn Gemara like a normal human being without falling asleep every 2 minutes. He's crying to Hashem. He's crying to Hashem because he wants to be able to say a Dvar Torah without stuttering 15 times. He wants to say it. He cries to Hashem. For those people, the Gemara says, it's unlocked. You cry. We're going to let those tears in. But sometimes there's crocodile tears, the Rebbe Mikotsk says. Sometimes there's fake tears. Sometimes there's tears of a wicked person that knows how to take advantage of people. Where she comes to the rabbi that's unlearned in halacha. She comes to the rabbi that's very learned in socializing with people. He's learned in communicating with people. He's learned in making people smile and happy. And she starts crying, Rebbe, my husband won't do this for me. My husband won't do this for me. I want this and I want that. And in reality, the truth is, she has her eyes on some other guy. In reality, she just wants him to give her the money so she can go away and do whatever she wants. But she can't tell the rabbi this. She knows the guy's not a complete apikolos. He can't give her say, listen, you have to give the get because your wife, wants to go with another guy. Can't get a get for such a reason. If a woman says, listen, I want to go with another guy, that's why I want to get, can't give her a get. Yeah, what do you mean? But she doesn't want to be with them. Doesn't want to be with them. That's her problem. That's her problem. She can stay without a get and a guna for 500 years. Why? Punishment for being such a person. Such a wayward person. You are married to somebody, you stay married to that person. Why? Because you want to be with another guy, therefore you should get a get? No, that's not the way Judaism works. But that's going to come all the feminists. They're going to say, no, she has the right. She should be let alone. What is this, a prison? She doesn't have to stay married to him. And they're going to go to the rabbis who don't know anything. And they're going to start crying to him, boo-hoo, boo-hoo. And get them on video saying, yeah, that's not right. You have all these agunot. It's not right that they're trapping these poor women. And it's not fair. They don't know the real truth. They don't know that sometimes these women are wicked. Not all the time. Sometimes the guys are terrible. Sometimes the guys are cheaters, liars, garbage of the world. But not all the time. But if a rabbi doesn't know the halacha, but he knows how to socialize instead, he knows how to socialize. He knows how to be friends with the girls. What is he going to do? Instead of listening to the halacha, he's going to listen to the tears. He's going to listen to the tears, the crocodile tears. And he's going to say, you're right, lady. You're right. He should let you go. He's a bad guy. If he's not treating you right, he's a bad guy. He should let you go. And da-da-da-da-da. And then he's going to make a public statement about it, of how he should let her go. And Rabotai Karim, That's a nightmare in Judaism. Why nightmare? It's a distortion of halacha, and that's what ends up happening. Those crocodile tears, the Rebbe Mikotsk says, the gates of heaven are closed for it. They're unlocked for the righteous people that are crying, for the righteous reasons. But for those crocodile tears, you could only fool the people in this world. You can't fool Hashem. Those crocodile tears will not be answered. And there's a reason why that same page in Gemara Masechet Bava Metzia, right after it, says, Kol ha'olech be'etzat ishto, sofo olech legenom. Anyone who goes in the suggestions or ideas of his wife, in the end will go to Gehenom. So now the missionaries and the Messianic Jews and the haters of the oral Torah are going to have a field day with this verse. Say, look, see, the woman is nothing. The feminists are going to say, look, the saviors hate women. No, not at all. Opposite. You just don't understand what's being said and what we're going to explain. To listen to a woman that only uses her emotion is going to lead you to Gehenom, for sure. Why? Women are emotional, much more than men typically, with the exception a little bit of some men in this generation. Women are generally very emotional, very hormonal, and if you're going to listen to her every time her hormones kick up, every time she has an emotional decision, she's going to tell you, no, stay with me, never go to shiur Torah, never learn, never do anything. Guess what? You and her are going to go to Gehenom. Simple. If your woman, if your wife is a tzadikah, she pushes you to go learn Torah, she pushes you to go do mitzvot, of course listen to her. That's Ezer Kenegdo, that's the best woman in the world, it's going to help you. But if you're going to listen to the type of woman that's being talked about here, that cries crocodile tears because she's emotional. She wants you to feel bad for the baby. Why she wants you to feel bad for the baby? The baby's fine. He eats, he drinks, everything is good. Yeah, but it's uncomfortable for him that you're in the room when I'm changing his diaper. What? He's 3 months old. What feels uncomfortable that I'm in the room when he's changing a diaper? There's women like this. Yeah, I think you're traumatizing him. I'm his father. How could I be traumatizing my own son? I don't know. I just feel it. I'm the mother I know. That woman, you're probably not going to go to the Gehenom because of such a woman. Because that's what the Gemara also says. Women that are like this, you have a very serious problem in this life. Probably is going to remove all the punishment you can have in Gehenom. Rabotai Karim, sometimes these women go to a bet din and pretend like they are a victim. And if the rabbi does not know how to follow halacha the right way, he will fall for the trap of the crocodile tears, and he'll even go on video supporting such women, saying, look, we should protect these aguna. She's aguna for 30 years. Yeah, but you realize she cheated on her husband. You realize she just wanted to go with other guys. You realize she herself does not follow halacha. No, you're misunderstanding it. You have to understand the women. Rabotai Karim, crocodile tears are not welcome in heaven. But who's going to know that? The rabbi that knows halacha to the extent where he loves it. He loves the law. So sometimes the dayan will look like he is heartless. Why? Because you're going to see some girl crying, boo-hoo, boo-hoo. He's going to see some guy crying, boo-hoo, boo-hoo, about the business and how he took advantage of him and how this and how that. But in reality, he knows the law is the law. That's it. Cry, no cry. Cry somewhere else. That's the law. Why? That's what the Torah says. And that is a very, very important principle in our Torah. And that's what Rabbi Yisrael Misalan says. When you understand that you have to subjugate yourself to the law, you have to put your head down to the law and completely disregard these emotions of crocodile tears, these fake emotions that are trying to, in so many words, make you a shutaf, a partner in the crime. Why? She wants to touch your emotions. You have to know, I have to put my head down and listen to what the law says, not listen to her tears, not listen to his tears. Sometimes you're going to have a guy, big donor in a community, big donor, comes to the rabbi, listen, you know Steve, my partner? Yeah, he's a good guy. Well, let's not say that, Rabbi. What do you mean? You guys just donated 100,000 for Yom Kippur just a month, 2 months ago. What happened? Something happened between you guys? Yeah, Rabbi, I heard he's stealing from me. Wow, I didn't know that about Steve. And automatically the rabbi believes them. Believes that Steve's a thief. First of all, he believes in Lashon Hara from a criminal. Why? Because he said Lashon Hara about somebody else. That's it. Automatically he believes him. Automatically he sides with him. Why? Because he's a donor. And he completely disregards the other guy. Why? Emotions. Very, very important, Rabotai. Very important that a person know if you're going to judge, if you're going to be in the middle of marital issues, if you're going to be in the middle of financial issues, if you're going to be anywhere, you have to know the law. And you have to put your head down and understand, with or without emotions, I have to follow the halacha. If I don't follow the halacha, I'm no different than civil law, and in fact, I'm probably even worse. Because that's the stronghold of our Torah. That's the strong of our Torah where we know it's emet.